Dolphins Today is sponsored by Kanzuri. If you go to kanzuri.com/chat, you're going to get an amazing deal on their height-boosting shoes. We'll tell you more about them later on in today's show. Dolphins fans, I am Will Scott. You're watching Dolphins Today by Chat Sports. We're about to break down the latest Miami Dolphins news and rumors. If you missed the news yesterday, this is my last week on the job here at Chat Sports. My last live show going to be Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. The last video you see from me on this channel will be Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. That's going to be kind of a sentimental video breaking down some things I loved about getting to connect with you all. If you, again, did not see the news yesterday, I'm going and getting my master's in sports law. So going to miss you guys, man, but not done yet. Fun week ahead. Hope to see you all for that live show, and hope you can catch my last video going out on Sunday as well. Now, should the Dolphins sign Cameron Brate, ClutchPoints named the free agent tight end as a top target for Miami. Here is what they said. If the Dolphins want to get the most out of Tua Tagovailoa and the offense, they'd sign former Tampa Bay Buccaneers tight end Cameron Brate. Cameron Brate has been in the NFL since 2014, appearing in 126 games. He might not have the most star potential, but Brate is the receiving tight end Miami desperately needs. While it's hard to imagine Brate returning to his 2016 form, he's still a valuable tight end with the ball in his hands. He would make for a nice complement to Hill and Waddle, especially in the end zone. Brate becomes an even better fit for Miami, considering the tight ends currently on their roster. After losing Mike Gesicki to the New England Patriots, the Dolphins are still looking for a definitive starter. So Cameron Brate mentioned as a possible target here by ClutchPoints, and they say that he could be a definitive starter on this team. I don't know if I agree with that necessarily. I'll give my thoughts here in a second. What are your thoughts? Let me know down in the comments section. Should the Dolphins sign Cameron Brate? Type S for sign or type P for pass. Down in the comments section, go down and let me know. Should the Dolphins sign Cameron Brate? Taking a look at the numbers here the last couple of years, nothing crazy. Last year he had 20 receptions, 174 yards, no touchdowns. They talked about him, returning to his 2016 form or saying that's not likely. Well, I have no interest in signing him if we're not seeing the Cameron Brate that we saw in 2016. Want to shout out today's show sponsor, Kanzuri. Fellas, do you ever wish you were a little bit taller? Maybe you matched on Tinder, but her profile says, must be over 6 feet. Maybe your date wants to wear heels, but she can't because it will make her taller than you. Well, I got the Short Kings covered with today's sponsor, Kanzuri. Kanzuri makes shoes that make you up to 2.8 inches taller without anyone knowing. Look, girls get heels, makeup, push-up bras, right? Why can't men get a confidence boost as well? We're all the same height lying down anyway, if you know what I mean. Kanzuri shoes are not only height-boosting, but also stylish and comfortable. They're not grandpa's Velcro shoes, but fashionable shoes that can receive compliments even without the height increase. The height insoles are integrated into the shoes, making it the ultimate height hack. For a limited time, only our listeners get an extra 15% off your order at kanzuri.com/chat. The site is already 30% off, and with our link, you get an extra 15%. That's 45% off your entire order. Support our show and check them out at kanzuri.com/chat. Life short. You don't have to be. It's time to level up the playing field, boys. Maybe update that dating profile to 6 feet. Kanzuri is an absolute game changer when it comes to your dating life. Look, producer Jack and I, we're both under 6 feet. Kanzuri certainly gives us a boost. It can also give you a boost as well. Kanzuri.com/chat to get those height-boosting shoes. Going back to Cameron Brate, they said he'd be a definitive starter. I do not agree. Cameron Brate is no longer in his prime. He has not been in his prime for a long time. When you look at this current room, I don't even know if Brate would be tight end 3, quite frankly. You have Durham Smythe, Eric Saubert, Tanner Conner. I have high hopes for him this year. Tyler Kroft, you signed in for agency. You drafted Elijah Higgins, then Julian Hill, the UDFA, a long shot to make this team. But I think this tight end room right now, I think they feel happy with it. I know that a lot of us wanted to maybe draft Darnell Washington or sign Dalton Schultz. And if Dalton Schultz, if a guy like that was still out there in free agency, that would make sense. I don't think it makes sense right now to sign Cameron Brate. What's your confidence level in the Dolphins tight end room? Scale it 1 to 10. Down in the comments section. Certainly one of the more unproven rooms on this football team. Let me know down in the comments. Scale it 1 to 10. One of the biggest games, not just on the Dolphins schedule, but on the NFL calendar this year, is Dolphins versus Chiefs in Germany. Those tickets went on sale today, and they immediately sold out. Here's what Ari Mirov said. Tickets for Chiefs and Dolphins in Frankfurt, Germany, went on sale at noon local time today. It took just 15 minutes for it to sell out. Fans received a message showing that more than 1 million people were ahead of them in the queue. Wild demand to see the NFL in Germany. How about that? That's going to be an exciting game. And look, I know when that schedule was released, we were like, man, it's a shame that Tyreek can't make his return to Arrowhead Stadium. But this is awesome for the people of Germany. And there's a lot of people that watch our show from Germany. Shout out to y'all. Hopefully y'all are able to go to this game. The Dolphins have a large fan base all over the world, especially in Germany when you're talking about an international fan base. So this is going to be a lot of fun to watch the Dolphins and the Chiefs, two of the best teams, not just in the AFC, but in the entire league, going at it in Germany on November 5th. Who do you got in this game? Type MIA for the Fins or KC for the Chiefs down in the comments section. Who do you got? I think the Dolphins are going to get it done. And again, it kind of helps the Dolphins here. They don't have to go to Arrowhead. That's probably the toughest place to play in the entire NFL. That's going to be a neutral site game as well. And based on what we're hearing, there might be more Dolphins fans over there. I think the Chiefs have an international audience as well, but we know how legit Fins Nation is. Now, Mike Greenberg, not a member of Fins Nation. As we know, the Get Up host on ESPN is a diehard Jets fan. But you know what he admitted over I guess it was the weekend? That the Dolphins are better than the Jets and maybe the best team in the league. Here's what he said about the Fins. If you told me right now that Tua would be healthy next season, inclusive of everyone, including the defending champs, and Cincinnati and everyone else, they'd be the best team. They have Bradley Chubb, Jalen Ramsey. They have 2 number 1 corners. They have an Olympic track team in their wide receiver room. The questions around the quarterback are so real and so significant. That's what gives me pause. But outside of that, I think they're the best team out of anybody, says Mike Greenberg on the Miami Dolphins. And when you say Miami, he's absolutely right. I mean, the Dolphins are the best team in the AFC if Tua Tagovailoa stays healthy. They have a top 5 offense potentially. They have a top 5 defense potentially. With Vic Fangio, when you look at the roster itself, they probably have the best roster in the National Football League. And for Mike Greenberg to admit this, who we all know is just this diehard Jets fan, that says something. And I think the Dolphins are finally starting to get some respect amongst the media, which they didn't have last offseason. They really didn't have that during the season as well. But people understand how good this Dolphins football team is going to be. Hell is frozen over. Mike Greenberg has admitted that not only are the Dolphins better than the Jets, they are better than any team in the AFC, Chiefs included. Are the Dolphins the best team in the AFC? Type Y for yes or type in for no down in the comments.